Mike Ross throwing. Mike Ross is throwing sticks at Chris Hugh. We have some drama. No, I'm just kidding. No. Mike Ross just tried to hand Chris Hugh a joystick and he dropped it. So it's all good. No bad blood here. So we got one of East Coast best, Chris Hugh, versus one of West Coast best, Mike Ross. Mike, the People's Champion Ross. Chris got like Hugh. My co-commentator here, Chris Hugh, also plays a killer Ryu, but he's going with Abel here, it looks like. Looks like he does not want to use Ryu against Mike Ross's Honda. Strange choice to me to pick Abel, but Breathless can counter EX headbutts and all other headbutts, so maybe he's doing that just so he doesn't have to deal with that situation.
Yeah. You know, Chris Hu gets around the character select screen. He's got a Cody, he's got an Abel, and he's been doing well with his non-Ryu characters. And sometimes when you take a little bit of time off, your mind starts to bubble in, and you get those other character thoughts. So after taking a small break, it's understandable to me.
True. And right now, Mike Ross is going to try to zone Chris Hu out with the standing fierces. Chris Hu so far managed to get a couple of surprise sweeps in with a stand jab whip, low roundhouse. I've seen him use that all weekend long. Oh! Empty jump, bait of the tornado throw, lands the Orochi breaker. Chris Hu's going to still live though.
Chris is playing a bit of an unorthodox Abel, playing a lot more defensively than most Abels we see, but that's what he sees in the character, and that's what he prefers.
Now Mike Ross is going to have to be careful here. Oh, uses the armor breaker headbutt to go through Breathless there. Chris Hu probably held it a little too long there. I was just about to say, Mike Ross had to be careful of straight up jumping. A lot of times you do that and they'll catch you with Breathless. All right, Mike Ross trying to zone with that stand fierce. Oh, he's crouching. Oh, but I guess he can't combo the low forward on a crouching Abel. On certain characters, if you get the hand slap, you can do crouch forward into fierce headbutt. And now Chris Hu's got Mike Ross in the corner. He goes for Breathless again and just lets it go right away.
The look on Mike Ross's face right now. You know, that was total mental guard break. It was pretty good. Pretty good guess from Chris Hu though. He figured he's going to think that I'm going to hold it because there's no reason for him not to hold it.
Right.
And he didn't move, and then Chris just let it go. That was actually pretty high level.
And then finishes off the round, taking advantage of Abel's dash, one of the fastest dashes in the game. And Chris Hu landing a tornado throw, goes for the mix-up, but he can't break Honda's butt slam code. Can't make him lose his charge. Oh wow, landed in time to block that. Chopping the wheel kick right out of the air. Mike Ross trying to get him in the corner. Nice rollout. Here comes Breathless again. Oh, Mike Ross knows that during that ultra charge, codes are actually registering unlike other games. So you can build up the charge for the headbutt during the build-up of that ultra. Mike Ross landing an ultra throw. Jumps away that time. Takes the first game from Chris Hu.
I think Chris is going to switch.
Now Ryu is actually pretty good against Honda in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. I know, he didn't switch. I know Chris Hu's really good at Ryu, so I'm actually really surprised by this character choice right now. Maybe Chris Hu knows something that we don't. Maybe he didn't like seeing Mike Ross beat Daigo in the 5-on-5 yesterday, thinking, well, you know what, I better go and play some other character. Nice regular throw. Oh! Chris Hu is definitely thrown off his game. He's expecting Mike Ross to do something on his wake-up all the time. And so he's not pressuring Mike Ross on the wake-up. Mike Ross landing 2 Ocho throws already. Here comes Breathless. Oh, nice! Mike Ross buffering low jab into the butt slam to get away from Breathless. Knew that he was going to absorb it, but he can still cancel normal moves even though they get absorbed by armor breaks. All right, Mike Ross starts off with a huge combo. Already has Chris Hu down half life. Oh, with a fake low jab FADC. You don't see a lot of players FADC normal moves. Mike Ross with a commanding lead. Chris Hu's gonna have to figure something out here. Nice roll. And Chris Hu has a full Breathless and lands a tornado throw, so he still has a chance here. Oh, and just with a flurry of normal moves, Mike Ross takes it from Chris Hu.
Very surprising that Chris Hu stuck with Abel and all that. Incredibly surprising. He's an experienced Ryu player.
Oh man, all right. So who do I have up next? Yeah, I'm really surprised at Chris Hu's character choice. I would have thought that he would go with Ryu for sure. I mean, even though there are focus attacks and it's harder to land on fireballs on this game, Ryu can still zone out Honda fairly similarly to a lot of the old school games with fireball traps.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even know if Honda versus Abel is, or Abel versus Honda is that much better.
Yeah, so I'm